Hey guys, what is up? This is Taking Shots podcast, and I'm one of your hosts, Luis.
And I'm B. And today, guys, unfortunately,
So, if you guys remember last episode, Vivi and Angel were arguing out of nowhere,
hell no.
and Vivi pretty much, called immigration on Angel. And
He's fucking
right now, he's on his way to Mexico.
Honestly, I would not
I'm
believe
gonna miss
anything
him.
that Luis is saying because
Fuck it, I'm gonna get deported too.
y anda pedo. So,
I doubt it. Whatever.
whatever you say.
All right, Vivi. What are we drinking right now?
This is paloma, según, but with
This is paloma?
I guess that's what it said on the TikTok video.
Oh shit.
But it does not feel like a paloma, guys. But it's Centenario Reposado, the best, and Jarritos and Topo Chico, and Tajín and Chamoy. Da-da-da, done.
And we gotta take a shot of Centenario.
Honestly, guys, like, if you guys are watching this right now, like, who let us? Because Angel, if you're seeing this right now, like,
I miss you.
we miss you too.
Me va a pegar.
I don't know why you would leave us in charge, honestly, but like,
Yeah, we might fight right now.
yeah.
Someone's gonna come out with a black eye.
If you guys see him with a black eye, it was not me. It was him because he's a little drunk or whatever.
Me drunk? Never.
You.
People that know me, they're like, "What? Luis gets drunk?" Nah.
What? Viviana drunk? I doubt it.
I know. Anyways, guys, let's take a shot.
Okay, well, you're gonna go first because
no,
guys,
ladies,
we don't have
ladies,
shot glasses either. Like,
I'm a gentleman, so ladies
was,
first.
Oh, I hate you.
What's
Do not fucking.
I'm not gonna do
okay,
nothing.
Wait, I need that. God. Luis is tired of my shit already, guys. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm a deported too.
Please do me the honors. I hate it here. I know, que feo.
Scooby-Doo, pa. Ain't no bitch. Maybe a little bitch.
BT dubs, guys, we have not ate nothing. We hit the gym and it was like sorry, but like
Está calientito.
Está feo, güey.
Está calientito. We're so lost right now.
Yeah, we are, guys. Honestly, now we're not lost. We're a little nervous, you know, because like, who let us?
I miss my boy Angel. This is my boy first podcast without him. And I miss him. Que me regañe.
He anda haciendo cosas por si querían saber. He's a little busy today. That's why he's not here.
Yeah.
We were just joking with you guys, but yeah. So
what are we talking about today?
What are we talking about, Lisa? I don't know.
I was thinking, let's talk about self-improvement.
Self-improvement? Like self-care?
That too.
Okay.
Same thing, different story.
So what do you want?
You think it's important? You think people are missing that in their life right now?
Probably.
Yeah, you're right.
I would, yeah. Self-care is important.
Why is it important?
Because it's like a part of your... I would like to think and say it's a part of your life routine. Mm-hmm. For some people, unless you have like a New York fucking life. You know what I mean?
That's worse, I think.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Some people don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you think it's important?
I think it's pretty important.
Okay, why?
I think that's like the reason a lot of people don't improve in their life because they don't take the steps to self-improve in reality.
True.
I'm gang.
You're fucking canceled.
What else?
Honestly, no, I think it is important because I feel like if you're not, because it's self-care, you know, like, are you caring for yourself or like, what are you doing, you know? So if you're not really caring for yourself or there is no self, like you said, improvement, there's like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's like you have to in your life.
It's like such an important thing. It's a responsibility.
I think it's a must.
Yeah.
And even there's a lot of people that I see that, you know, they complain all the time and they don't take action.
But they don't do, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, they know what's wrong with them or what they need to improve. They just don't want to take action.
Right.
You know, it could be, what do you consider like self-improve?
Well, like, it's kind of like what you said. Like, I do, you know, even myself personally, like, back then, I would always, like, say, but there was never, like, it was just always downhill for me. And then I was like, well, what the fuck? Like, maybe I'm the problem. Yo soy el problema, you know? But, it's kind of more, yeah, like, hold on, I just lost my train.
No, pues wow. Ya
I
está
had a brain
pedo.
fart. I had a brain fart. But yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're not really doing anything for yourself or you're not trying to improve yourself on a day to day basis, then you're vas a quedar estancado. You know what I mean? Like you're just there.
Mhm.
Like there's no like what are you doing? You know, like what the fuck are you doing?
No, but what I mean, what do you think self care is?
Well, like I said,
Because
it's
I think
kind of
it's
like a
probably going to be a little bit
responsibility.
different from like a
Oh
guy's
yeah.
perspective and a girl's perspective.
Um. Well, for me, it's kind of like a day to day thing. You know, it's I see it more of kind of like a responsibility in a way
Hmm.
because it's kind of like if I don't, pues yeah, it's like it's kind of in general like if I don't clean, who else is gonna clean for me? You know,
Hmm.
if I don't pay my bills, who else is gonna pay my bills for me? Or it's kind of like for me, self care is I enjoy my time alone. I like to go out, have time within myself, but also like have my responsibilities on top of that kind of sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Something like
Or
that.
like not really.
I mean, all right, let me say it straight. First of all, for me, self care is basically it's gonna things that is gonna be help you in your life. So I think fitness is one of them. I think reality is get your money up. So like job position or whatever, like that's something that's like self care. Knowledge, knowledge
Yeah.
is power. You gotta like if you don't know something, fucking learn it.
Right.
Especially now at this like
Age.
the age that we live in, like there's resources.
Yeah.
A lot of things, to be honest with you, I wasn't taught by someone else. I learned it on YouTube, on freaking
TikTok.
forums, TikTok, whatever.
Same.
Like, if you really want to learn, like, there's no excuse.
El que quiere,
Yeah,
quiere,
el
el
que
que no,
quiere,
pues no.
practice,
Yeah.
like,
You,
all that
we're
really
not
helps you.
perfect, so it's kind of like, yeah, it's
Hmm.
true what you say because you're not going to step into a job thinking you know everything, and it's like,
Also, too, you also got to know that you got to start from the bottom.
yeah. And
Like,
that's what a lot of people don't understand.
a lot of people expect that
Just get shit
they
handed to
get, like,
them.
let's say, too cocky and they expect when they get there to be all the way in the top.
Exactly.
And they don't even put effort in the job. Like let's say if we're talking like let's say in a job,
Right.
they don't make effort when they're like in let's say in a low position.
Mm-hmm.
What makes them say that they're gonna do like even like
The
let's say a
complete
boss,
opposite.
people are looking at you. Even
Yeah.
if you're like the lowest of the low in like a job position, people are looking at you. If they see that you're not throwing effort or anything, what makes you say that they're gonna move you up in that company?
Right.
Let's say.
And I also do feel like some people sometimes like even if they start at the bottom and they're up there,
Hmm.
because I've seen it, I feel like sometimes a veces a la gente se le olvida like when you're so up there, like you're so in your head, like oh, like I'm an empresario or whatever the fuck it is. Like I work for a really good company, whatever the fucking dilemma is, and it's like you see somebody that's starting and wants to be the same as you, that you don't help them,
I think that's fucked up.
right?
I think it's the best thing to do, even like let's say, for example, like me, I work in a body shop and the same thing. Like I started all the way from like the bottom,
Uh huh.
moving up my way to the top. For me, even like right now, let's say I'm not fully in the top, but I'm like
Right.
up there. Um, the people that I think like they're low precision and everything, I try to motivate them. I try to
Mm-hmm.
teach them everything I know. I try to tell them like, hey, échale ganas, this and that. Like even if you're low right now, like échale ganas. Like there's no point of you being like lazy or anything like that. Um,
But you also have to understand that like a lot of people don't have that mentality. You know what I mean?
well, that's what's okay. So I think emotional, like let's say emotional like mindset
Right.
is another big thing about
Mm-hmm.
like what is it called? You know.
Like being out there for
Hmm.
self improvement. No, and that's
Yeah.
like I agree. How you said. I feel like having fitness in your life is such a it's like a game changer in a way because
Hmm.
you're physically moving your body. You know what I mean? You're
Hmm.
not like if an example, like if you have a really depressed person, you have somebody that's going to the gym and like the depressed person is, looking at the other person who's going to the gym and who's fulfilling their dreams or whatever it is. Y esta persona está like estancada, like, oh, well, this person has all this, but why don't I have anything? And it
Hmm.
all goes back to you complaining. It all goes back to you having that emotional um like mindset kind of a
But
way of saying.
it's how you said people want a handout. They
Yeah, they want
expect it
hand
to
me
be
downs.
easy.
Yeah.
They expect it to be easy. In reality, it's not really like that. You might look at a person like, let's say, fully fit and everything. You don't know the struggles they've been through.
Right.
You don't know exactly,
The commitment.
the commitment they had to do, the discipline that they have to throw in, and like the amount of time, because it's
It's
also the
hard.
amount of time. Yeah, it is hard, and that's why for me, I look up to people. Like
Right.
like for me, if there's people like that are into fitness and everything, I really do look up to them,
Mhm.
and like for me, I always think it's good to have like a role model. Don't think you're like above and beyond everyone. It's
Yeah.
good to have a role model for that specific like
Motivation.
for that reason. It's a motivational and everything,
Yeah. No, I
and
agree.
it's good to have like people around you that are in that mindset to
Right.
help you,
Mm-hmm.
because that plays a good part of like in your life too.
And it's also like las envidias too, if you
I
think about
mean,
it.
yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's like you can be around also that group of friends who are motivating you, or at least you think you know that
Mhm.
that's your motivation for you. But somebody on the other side could think like, holy shit, like he has everything, or like, like me da envidia, you know. But for me, it's like how you're saying, like I would much rather have somebody as a role model and have somebody that I look up to, because like fuck, like you have all that, like si tú pudiste, yo también, you know,
Mhm.
kind of type of mindset.
Yeah.
And it's obviously it's not gonna be easy, you know, unless you're like some rich ass motherfucking billionaire Kylie Jenner type of shit, you know, like then all right, I could see how
But
it could
look,
be an easier way for you, but it's also for us, you know, like we didn't grow up with fucking billions, thousands of dollars
but
kind of
look,
shit, you
I'm
know.
gonna ask you this: who gets more respect? The millionaire that got handed out that money, or the one that was like from rags to riches?
The one who
Makes the rags to
fucking,
riches,
yeah,
right?
of
And
course.
it's the people that are have the biggest mindset, like
Mm-hmm.
locked in. They don't care, like if let's say you talk to a millionaire or like listen to what they say, they don't really care about what other people are saying. They don't
Mm-hmm.
really they put that to a side, and that's why it's good to have like that strong mindset.
Yeah.
Don't really care about like your surroundings. Focus on like
On the
if
goal.
there's a goal, focus into it and just go all the way at it.
Yeah.
Don't give it your 100%,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what's gonna help you get to it.
But it's also like what they say, like if you you can either go for it and it could work out 100% for you, or you
Yeah.
could either not go for it and
Hmm.
you expect for the
Yeah.
worst, or you can go for it and you fail, but at least you know that you put thought and your mindset into something that just proves a point
Hmm.
personally where it's like, fuck, like if I did that, like what else could I not do, you know?
Yeah. Y luego también, como dice John Cena, like never give up.
Oh my god. You
Hey,
can
put some respect on my homie John
I'm
Cena,
gonna
okay?
fucking
Whatever.
cancel your ass.
Nah,
For the
but like I
mic.
said, it's like no, that's true though.
Yeah.
A lot of people really give up in the first try. Like
Mhm.
they'll say, "Oh yeah, I put 10 days in and I didn't see results or whatever," and they give
Yeah.
up. But like, how true? Like, how dedicated were you really?
It's a
Like,
process.
it is a process, and it's like it takes time. Shit will take time,
Oh yeah.
and like I said, it's good to have someone that's gonna be on your side, motivating you. Um, it's good. Like, let's say like you have a partner or a friend or whatever.
Mhm.
I would expect you to like say them, like tell them like what you want to do.
Right.
Let's say it could be like, hey, I want to like look like this in the gym, or like let's say I want to get rid of this addiction. Tell them that, and like you're gonna see who's good and who's not. If
Right.
you really are with a friend that's gonna tell you, or like a partner that's gonna like be
Care
with
about
you,
you.
he's gonna give you shit.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say
Yeah.
don't,
I know.
he's gonna give you shit and like until you either quit or you reach that goal. And you might be like,
I
oh,
hate it here, guys.
she's talking to someone. Anyways, but it's reality. It might be, some people might take it the hard way, like but in reality, they're trying to help you out.
Mm.
Because for me, let's say I have a really good friend and he's a professional like boxer,
Mm.
and like for me, Irvin, shout out to Irvin. I look up to him because I see him like dedicated in the gym,
Right.
and like for me, I see him dedicated in the gym and the sport and everything, and I see the work that he puts into it. And it's for me, that's why I respect boxing a lot.
Yeah.
Getting off track, but that's why I respect boxing, because it's one of those sports that you have to do it by yourself, and you have to be really disciplined.
Yeah.
Like to make weights,
Hella.
practice, and everything. Like sparring, that takes like a lot. And like for me, I looked up to him because I'm like, damn, like he's putting in that work. Like I always saw him when he was like starting out his like first professional fight and everything. And I was like, bro, this kid's like,
He's
going
going
hard
in,
at it.
yeah.
And for me, I would try to like, I try to go train with him every day. And he was doing his own shit
You
and
out here dying
everything.
and shit.
But yeah, I was dying and everything. But I was like, it's helping me out like on my
You felt
fitness.
good, yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's like cool to have someone like that. I'm like, I'm not gonna be fully like him, like locked in.
Right.
But I'm like, I know it's helping me and everything. And for
It's like
me,
a motivation.
yeah. And for me, that's like one of the biggest, that's why I take fitness seriously. Because I do think it does help you out physically. Like, once, okay, once you put the work in the gym, you for sure you're gonna start seeing notices like in your body and everything, like the gains and todo.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just kidding. I'm a
El
little
pinche
buff or
conejitos a la
whatever.
verga. But you're gonna see those differences,
Yeah.
and as soon as you like you're trying to get into like that healthy lifestyle and everything. As soon as you see like a little bit like progress, you're gonna get into it. You're gonna get addicted. You're gonna be like, oh, get a bit más, and everything. And
but it's also like really good how you say it's like some sort of discipline because you see that change like no matter how hard it is, like you see that change within yourself that you're like, holy crap, like if I could do this, not only like physically or whatever, like what the heck is stopping me, kind of thing,
to do everything
exactly,
like not just like, let's say, that's why I like the gym and everything, because people will see it as just the gym, but like let's say, like the same mindset that you have once you're into the gym, imagine you have that same mindset in a business, starting a business or anything else. Like there's no stopping you. Like as long as you put in the work,
you're good.
You're gonna make progress. You're gonna see something progress.
Well, because you're already self-disciplining yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally in a way, because you're not freaking sitting there fucking crying.
And like my one
box of pizza. Vivi. Hey guys, I go to the gym, okay? No se nota, pero sí, wait, okay? Whatever. At least it's just waiting for real.
You're looking at.
Are you telling me?
No, I'm just telling the viewers. You're looking at. But yeah, I think that's something good to I think that's why a gym is pretty dope, because it'll help you out overall.
And it also helps you like clear your mind when you're like dealing with a bunch of bullshit.
In a way, emotional
and
this
it's
and that.
different for everybody, of course. Like for me, I love going to gym because it's kind of like it goes back to like what's your kind of type of self care, but I like it because it's me time, and I'm working on myself, on my body, on my own discipline. You know what I mean? And it's also kind of like my safe space in a way. You know what I mean? For me,
that kind of plays out too, because for me, like I told you before, like I don't feel comfortable when I'm like alone anywhere else except the gym. The gym I can go alone, and I can go like I'm a gym whore. I'm a gym whore. I'll go to fucking any other gym, like but it's a gym, I'll go. I don't care like who's there. And I'll do my own time and everything. It's like my me time, and I enjoy it.
I agree. I like going to like different gyms,
like gym whore.
I wouldn't say like gym whore. Like but no, it's like my safe space for sure, because I feel like I could just, it kind of like shut, when you're putting headphones on, you're listening to your own sound, like you don't hear anybody else. Like
it's because you do that
world kind of thing, you know what I mean? And I mean, I like going out alone, like you see, some prime examples. Like I love going out alone.
Prime examples?
Shut up, dude.
Getting the lingo.
But that's like kind of what also goes into my self-care kind of routine in a way, where I gym. If I don't have time for the gym, like I always make sure I am doing something for myself, whether that's on a day-to-day basis, or it's just like in general, like I like going out by myself. I used to be a little weird at first because I'm like, oh my god, like everybody's staring at me or like whatever, but it all goes back to like that mindset and mentality that you have, porque not the world doesn't fucking revolve around you, kind of type of shit, like
no one's really looking at you, because people think like, there's people and friends and everything, they're like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym because people are looking at me, especially when they're starting out. And that's not really the case. Like everyone in the gym, like once you're in it, they're looking at themselves. They're not looking at other people. Yeah, there might be like 2 or 3, but Ignore the bullshit,
Yeah.
and you're good.
No, and that's I think that I've really improved in that because that's how I always was. Like, ay, de qué miedo, like, todo se me queda viendo, but it's like, girl, like, sit your ass down. Ain't nobody fucking looking at you.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Literally, that's why I said the
No,
world's not
yeah.
fucking revolve around you. I mean, it doesn't my little world, but like, that's a little different. But
Delusional people, whatever.
but
Y'all listen to me.
shut up. But I also think I like spending time alone because it really helps me, gather my thoughts and really helps me gather what I want to do, whether I'm planning out my week or whether I'm planning out my month or I don't know, like I'm really weird like that where I like to plan like 3 months in advance. It sounds kind of weird, but I like to do it because then I'm like, oh, okay, like I don't have to worry about this, or if I'm slacking or whatever, then whatever the fucking situation is. But also,
I think girls are pretty good at that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for the most part we are, but guys are too. I know some
Well,
like guy friends
nah,
and
there
stuff
might
that
be
like
some.
are organized. Like I mean, obviously not set their whole fucking life for 3 months,
Like,
you know.
For me, I
But,
do live day to day, like maybe
But-
1 week in advance if there's gonna be like
well, yeah, but it's
something
like,
going on, I'm gonna be like, okay, we're gonna plan for this day to do that. Like
I used to be like that, but
like no, if you can see a guy's group chat, it's gonna be like a 1 or 2 days like preparation. Like if
I
you're
don't
trying
have
to do a
it.
boys' night out, or
us right now.
I'm telling you, I was and one of my homies like when he was getting married.
Yeah.
I was like the best man, and supposedly I was the one that was like had to plan
Plan
everything
everything?
out.
You planned it within
It went to shit. No, it went to shit. Like it's the worst thing that you can do because like as a guy, you have a group chat like a Snapchat or whatever, and Messenger,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be like, all right, guys, like all right, whatever you're gonna do or whatever you're gonna go or blah blah blah. One person's gonna answer it, the other one's fucking gonna stay quiet. They'll fucking watch the message. He said nada.
Yeah.
And then like you might get pissed at
And
him.
then
1 or
you
2
deal
will
with that
answer.
with you guys, you an angel.
Well, you know that.
Exposing. I'm just
Así
kidding.
somos, hombre.
But
¿Quieres?
not every guy's the same.
But that's what I'm saying. Like girls are better at that.
Yeah.
Because guys go with the flow though.
Yeah.
It's because like
for the most part,
and
yeah.
this is what I gotta say though.
Okay.
That's why girls sometimes get disappointed because you plan out too much, and then if shit goes south, that's when you're like, oh, blah, 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 like you
You're
lose
right.
your mind. You're like, blah, blah, blah,
No, you're right.
and then as a guy, you can go with the flow. No, pues ni pedo.
No,
It
it's
is
true.
what it is.
Like, and I'll kind of like go back on that because yes, I do plan like
A lot.
I do, but I mean it more such as like if I have a job or like I work at the salon sometimes here and there, so I kind of have to plan that out. But I'm saying in the aspect where I'm not gonna fucking plan a trip or whatever. Si sale, like whatever, like fuck it, let's go on vacation kind of thing. Like I'll let things go with the flow. But in reality, I feel like a little bit safer if I plan things sometimes because I'm like fuck. But then it's also
No,
it's
it's
very
better.
true. It's true what you say because luego si no sale, you're like, oh shit, like I planned this shit for like the past 3 months and it is not happening, like se agüita uno, like me as fuck. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's I feel like self-care is very important. Whether you want to gym, whatever it is, I think it's just a very important aspect and a factor.
Also, it's gonna keep you up.
Yeah.
Once you're really like, let's say, fit, or let's say get your money up and this and that, the confidence that shit gives you,
100%.
you have no idea. And I hate when people like I hate when people complain about shit, they don't put action.
Yeah.
They complain about they're broke. Okay, why don't you try to do a side
Find
work, get
ways
another
to-
job, get
yeah.
I see them complain, or they have so much free time. No hacer nada.
Yep.
Algo así.
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not lazy. I swear. I'm a very hardworking
¿Qué
person.
hiciste this week?
I was off because it's off season. But I am a very responsible. Every time these guys.
I'll just give you shit.
Please,
I
that's
kind
what
of
we're doing. I'm working. I stay working. And if I'm not working, I'm taking care of myself. And if I'm not taking care of myself, I'm just fucking eating, crying with the side of little fucking pizza Domino's.
You crying?
No. But do you think, like, talking about this, when you're in a relationship, do you think that self-care is important? And by that I mean, do you think it's important for you to also do things for yourself outside of your relationship?
I think it is important.
Okay.
A lot. And a lot of people don't take that shit serious. Because people get comfortable with themselves. Like, they're like, okay, I already got this. Like, let's say a guy, for example, he got himself fit. He got himself his money was
He's
up
good,
and
yeah.
everything, and he attracted that girl, for example. And then once he gets that girl, he feels comfortable. Oh, pues that girl's gonna be like with me, whatever, regardless. They
Regardless of
start
the
taking
situation.
care of their shape and everything, their money. They don't really care. They stop avoiding that. And let's say they stop spending time to go to the gym to be with that girl and everything,
Right.
and they lose themselves.
Uh-huh.
Later on, they lose themselves, and even they stop going out with their friends because they're trying to please the girl. And then later on, like the girl starts falling out of love,
Yeah.
and that shit happens a lot
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah.
And it might not be
And
one;
the
it might
girls
be
always
both.
blame the boys.
No, and it might be both too. They just stop putting in the work.
Vice
It's because you
versa.
stop putting in the work
Yeah.
overall. Because I've seen a couple get into a relationship, and like I said, they started just being comfortable with themselves, and then they'll be just going out eating and everything, and they stop. You'll see them. They're gonna be
You
start
stop
getting
working for
chunky or
yourself.
whatever, or yeah,
It's
and
not
then
getting chunky. It's just
not what I've seen.
you stop work. Well, yeah, like I've seen it too, but more in the aspect where you kind of see and you can tell when a person is letting themselves go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, and then one's gonna start feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
And
because then that's when all your thoughts and your physical mindset, whatever the fuck it is, like it starts, affecting your day to day basis.
Yeah.
Or your day to day life, not basis. Your day to day life, not basis, guys. Yeah, look at that.
Right? Already?
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah. Okay. Whatever.
I just say that because you always tell me that, but yeah,
okay.
That's actually a really good point. I think it's important personally because, I mean, it's kind of like the way I see it, it's like it's a unity.
And this is true. Sorry to cut you off.
You could cut me off. I won't be mad.
That's what I was. Okay, whatever. All right, whatever. Fuck, did I lose my train of thought? I lost my train of thought. Okay, no.
Windows.
We're cut off.
Angel, don't kill us, please.
He's like, Lord. He's looking at her. Oh, Lord Jesus.
He's like, not funny.
All right, chill. This way we don't give that to you.
I'm just kidding.
Anyways.
Back on top.
Anyhow. That's my lingo, okay?
Whatever. You guys just call me
oh my god. That's my lingo. If you know me, if I say anyhow, my god.
Not do. Okay, continue.
She probably respect the one.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright, anyways. No, and also too, that's why a lot of people fall out of love.
Yeah.
Because let's say at the beginning, on the let's say talking stage, you're like, yeah, it's all butterflies and this and that, and then let's say the guy's like giving the girl flowers and everything, and then as soon as they get the girl, they stop that shit.
Yeah.
And that's when the girls like they think a lot. They're like, oh, why is he not doing that anymore? Like, am I not pretty or this and that, or whatever. And that's how I feel like relationship fails nowadays.
Yeah. Because
they stop being how they were originally. And it's like as a girl, let's say you saw a guy a certain way, they got too comfortable.
Yeah.
And then they didn't put in the work or anything like that. And then, así pasa. Yeah, you will start overthinking.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. But, I speak, every girl thinks differently, of course. But I do agree with that. I do agree on that because, if, like I said, it's a unity. You're together. You're in a relationship. For me, the way I see it, if I'm going to be dating somebody, it's going to be like, we're working on this together. You can work on your goals and whatever it is, but I just know that I'm also going to be here to support your goals. How am I going to be, like that factor in your life where you can become better? What are the steps that are going to take you to become better? Or what are the steps that you're going to take in order for me to be better? You know what I mean? And I feel like nowadays in this generation or whatever, like we're just talking, we're just texting, we're just fucking, but we ain't nothing. Like, shut the fuck up. But in the way, and it's true, you can't tell me that's not true because it's very true. But it does, like for me as a girl, how you said it. If you're being romantic and you're doing this, yo también siempre he dicho, like, cuando se puede, se puede. You know, like I think that's just me personally that I grew up like when my mom would always be like, oh, like pues ahorita no te puedo comprar esto, pero cuando se puede, you know.
Mhm.
But it's also like I'm not gonna fall in love with somebody that's gonna front and say that they're this and that or they have this and that. Like I don't care about any of that shit, you know. Like keep treating me right the same since day one. Porque sí es cierto, like a lot of relationships do fall out of place, and it is basically mostly the girls because like oh like he doesn't treat me the same anymore. Like oh he's not texting me or he's not buying me flowers or like this and this. But it's also like girl like you can buy your man flowers too. Like it's not always just the guys. It's true. Like it's true. Like and I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like we live to a certain standard where it's like the girls, the girls, the girls. But it's like what about the guys? You know, like you guys are hardworking too.
Yes, in a
And I
way.
know it's more like a guy's thing where
But
it's like you can do it, you have to do it for your girl, but it's also like, wouldn't you feel nice if somebody gave you like flowers, not just at your fucking funeral, but like in general, like, hey babe, like you're doing such a good job, like let me gift you a hat or like some flowers or like whatever. Let me choose it up for you a bit. You know what I mean?
Yes
I mean,
and no.
some guys like
It's
it, but
because
also
look,
some guys
you gotta
don't.
play a different gender. A guy, you get a guy flowers, he's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Just get him a car.
No. No, but like let's say it could be different as a guy. I would say it's like, a gender and everything, it's gonna be a little bit different. Hasta simplemente like a girl doesn't have to provide like, materialistic stuff.
Yeah.
It could be more of like their actions and
Exactly,
everything,
it's like a
like,
gesture.
or yeah, like a gesture.
That's what
That
I'm saying.
no, you said flowers.
Well, it's like flowers is a gesture.
Yeah, but a guy is still not gonna. If I.
Porque a ti no te hayan regalado rosas. Es tu
¿Quién dice que no me han
pedo.
regalado?
Pues, ¿yo qué voy a saber?
Pues por eso te digo.
Pero, well, still, like, what if a guy's like, damn, like, what if he's just like sitting there todo triste?
I doubt there's gonna be a guy that gonna get a flower.
If you're a
and
guy,
he's gonna be like,
nah, if you're a guy and you're fucking watching this right now, and if you wish your girl or your significant other, whatever the fuck it is, to give you flowers, please comment because this is just being a hater.
Nah, I think a girl. It's for me. If a girl gives you like sentimental stuff or like let's say detailed stuff, it doesn't have to be more materialistic stuff. Just
Like a
something
handwritten
like yeah, let's say a drawing or something like that.
A drawing, please. A drawing.
Yeah, that's cute. That's cute.
Te voy a regalar un fucking painting de una casita con un perro.
That's chido. I'll leave my room.
I'm fucking dead. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But anyways, like I was saying, what the fuck is going on?
¿Quieres te plebe?
What's up? What?
Apparently,
You didn't get the party?
apparently
No, I didn't get the party.
Supported, guys. He is here.
I'm here.
Angel's
My boy
here.
ran away
Yeah,
from
that
the
shit's
deportation.
weird.
I'll be behind the scenes, guys. Don't worry.
What's going on?
Dang, 34 minutes? Really?
Yeah.
Let us be okay.
But like I was saying, I don't know why fucking Reese is talking about fucking painted pictures and shit over here, but like my point is it does fall out a lot of the time because a guy stops acting a certain way.
Mhm.
But it's also like I feel like when you are in a relationship like that, not the shots coming out, I feel like also in a way, you as a man, I feel like you also do have that role where sometimes like girls are very emotional because we are very emotional. But like as your role, I also feel like it's a part where you have to support your partner in a way where you're like, hey, like, pues no te desanimes, like let me be there for you. Like, what is your self-care type of situation? Like, what do you do in order for you to progress or be a better person? Kind of. Pero, hold on, ahí está el pero. Ahí está la cosa. Pero si ella no se quiere superar, that's not your fucking problem. You know what I mean? Or if he doesn't want to fucking better himself, girl, you need to fucking step out. Or boy, you need to fucking step out because that's not, what is that going to get to you? Problems. You're not going to be focusing on yourself and I tell you this because I've seen it in certain aspects where I have friends where they know what self-care is, or the guy knows what self-care is, and the girl is just the complete opposite, or the guy is the complete opposite, or it's like insecure kind of. You're like, oh well, you're doing this for yourself, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to control, or I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Okay, so for me though, what I've seen in the past, what I've seen in the past is like, you might say that, but I've seen girls stop a guy from self improvement.
Yeah,
Because
that's
like
what I'm
I've
saying.
seen the girl that doesn't want the guy to go to the gym,
Well, that's what I'm
like
saying.
and then they're gonna be like, why are you working this much, like and then the guy is like trying to make more time for her,
Yeah.
but at the end of the way he's losing his own self
Self-care
improvement.
improvement, yeah. No,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, it can go vice versa. Like, it doesn't just. It's como te digo. Like, you could be the most fittest person. You can have the most. You can have. You could want so much for yourself, and you have a girlfriend that is perfect, that is doing this. But if there is no, como te digo, like, if there isn't anything where she's trying to improve herself, and like then she starts getting mad at you because you're doing all this for yourself, then what the fuck? And it's the same thing with guys. It can go vice versa because your girl could be like the fittest, she could be going to the gym and she could be doing this, but your guy's not into that. He's just work, 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 work. And then you start questioning your girl, like, well, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing this? And I'm telling you because I've seen this within friends, like vice versa. Whether that you being a girl, whether you being a man. Like, and for me, like, I think it's kind of bullshit. That's why I say, like, it's very important to have those aspects and those traits in a relationship because, like I said, you're a unit, you're trying to grow together. Like, if you're not doing that, then pues mejor quédate soltero or soltera, you know what I mean? Like, improve by yourself, like grow yourself within, or whatever the fuck it is. But I don't know. That's just me and the table, whatever.
I think it's the best. Let's say, I think the best, like, let's say, relationship is when you guys are both doing the stuff together.
Creating a fucking kingdom.
Empire.
Empire,
whatever. No, it's actually good to be like, a time from each other.
Right.
Time apart, because in reality, it's gonna feel more special when you guys are actually truly together. Like, let's say even like a weekend or whatever, it's gonna feel really, really special when you're with them compared to that you see them every day to day. Like, sometimes you do need time apart.
Yeah.
And
it's important.
like I said, you can go to the gym or whatever. And I've seen this too. You go to the gym and the guy's trying to work out with the girl, and the girl's only gonna do legs and everything, and the guy's not fucking improving with his fucking upper body or nothing else. No, I'm just saying. And no, I've seen that. No, I've seen that.
With who?
Oh my fucking god.
I want to know.
My homies. You want me to name them?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'll name them. No, I'm kidding.
So
I won't name them. No, but I'm saying it's like it's just a stoppage from your self improvement. In a way.
How?
I already said it. Because I'm telling you, I deadass have a homie right now. Goes to the gym every fucking day. He's only doing legs with his girl. You fucking have him do like pick up like a 20 pound weight. No puede. Yeah, he's like, oh. He works out with the guys that are not fucking next day fucking looks like a T-Rex,
But I mean, that's kind of his fault.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's his fault.
Like, it's good to do your own, you're going together.
I feel
you both are gonna be like a little bit separate from the gym, but you're still doing your own work because a guy's workout and a girl's workout is different. I mean,
of course, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. She's just saying I'm
right.
right.
No, I'm not saying you're right, but I'm saying in the aspect where it is true. Like, you can still see each other and do your day-to-day routine or whatever the fuck it is. Like, you don't no tienen que estar ahí like a huevo con uno y con otro.
That kills a relationship.
Exactly.
I really do think it does.
And I say that, porque allá en mis tiempos antes, cuando era morrilla, cuando tenía 17, 18 años, oh yes. I can see where sometimes girls can be a little bit toxic where they just want to be with their man. And for me, like, I'm very clean, like, I'm like, yo quiero estar contigo fucking 24/7, Like, obviously, like, when I'm in a relationship. But it's also like, I do hold myself back where it's like, holy fuck, like, I can't be clingy all the time. I can't, like, I mean, yes, you can, but there's like, hay niveles, you know what I mean? Like, when you can be clingy, when you can't be clingy, like, okay, like, you also need your space, I need my space. And I feel like that's why a lot of relationships do end up going down because it's like, fuck, like, tu pinche morra quiere estar contigo todo el tiempo y ni puedes ir a cagar o algo y
no, and I've seen like friends like fall out of like the homies or whatever because like the same thing, they're like, oh, I'm with my girl, like, I gotta do this and I gotta do that, they might not say anything, but I'm kind of drunk or whatever, and then they're like, oh, I fucking miss you guys. This is my best time of my life
Yeah.
and everything. Like I can
It's
tell that
so
they miss
sad.
out.
It's so sad.
You know, and I really do think it's good. Like like I think a relationship is gonna be stronger if you guys have
The time.
the time together, but then a time apart
Yeah.
to like do your own thing.
I agree.
He's right.
I did not say that.
She just.
I'm speaking on behalf of my own opinion. Like, honestly, like, you're wrong, I'm right.
She just proved me right, but whatever.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think overall, self-care is important, whether you being in a relationship, whether you're out of a relationship, whatever it is. Like, if you're not doing anything to self-improve yourself, or whether for girls, whether you're doing a facial, whether you're taking time out of your day, writing or proceed.
All right, what do you think is the best advice you can give to a girl to self-improve? Like, what's their thing to do as self-improvement? And I might stop you there. If you say something, I'm gonna stop you there because I think you're gonna say something, and I'm gonna stop you, and I'm gonna explain
what
you're
it
wrong.
is like to self-improve
As a girl.
as a woman, as a girl.
Yeah.
Well, I'm only speaking on behalf of myself. What
Damn,
I do.
she's not gonna speak for you, y'all girls.
No, like I feel like every girl is different, and like how every man is also different as well.
Okay.
You're not gonna have the same routine as Angel, or I'm not gonna have the same routine as Desiree or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's totally different. I feel personally that everybody is in a different. She's like, why are you talking about me? I feel like everybody is at a different pace in life. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not everybody is.
Mm-hmm.
No todos somos parejos, cada quien is
No
going
soy
through
yo.
something different,
Okay.
But I always say, as a girl, as a woman, it's very hard to. I feel like sometimes we have a lot of insecurities, and we always like to compare certain situations and certain standards, let alone social media. I feel like social media has a really big, like, really, really huge thing to it. But I always say, like, girl, like, feel comfortable in your own skin. Be you.
Mm-hmm.
Always give the best, porque mucha gente me dice, like, oh, you're so nice, like, you tolerate a lot of shit, like, and back then I would always be like, oh, like, yeah, I am really nice, or I do a lot of things for people that wouldn't even do the bare minimum for me, or whether that be friends, whatever it is, whatever scenario it is. And for me now, I look at it as, it's not that I'm being too nice. This is the type of person that I am, but that's where your boundaries are. That's where you say, like, okay, well, maybe I was nice to you, but next time, like, or maybe something happened, but now I know how to control it a little bit, where I can be nice, but also be mean in a way where, like, I'm taking care of my feelings, where I know I'm not gonna get hurt. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little, somewhat.
Es que ya no estoy, por eso me entiendes.
Yeah,
but it's also like, like I said, do a facial, do things for yourself, like feel comfortable within you and yourself. Porque siempre, like, I didn't have a mom like growing up or any of that, which I wish I did, because I feel like I missed out on a lot. But gracias a Dios, like, lo que sé, I hope because of me, so don't judge me over that. But pero yo siempre he dicho, like, quiérete más, love yourself more than anything. 100%. Because it starts with you. You're not gonna go into something, a relationship or a friendship, whatever the fuck it is, and you not loving yourself.
It does start with you, and I see this a lot in a guy. The guy is lost, like, they're trying to get a girl and this and that. But, like, what are you doing to attract a girl?
Exactly.
Like, they're not self-improving their fitness, their money, their hobbies and everything. They're just, like, stuck they're stuck in a loophole, like, just, complaining about life. Stop being a victim.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being a victim. If you actually, like, feel like, you need to improve on something, just fucking put action into it.
Yeah.
Don't wait, like, even if you want to get into the fitness, don't wait for that one friend that's into fitness to invite you,
like,
or take you or something. Just go on your own.
Yeah. And that's what I say, like, for girls, I get it, like, insecurities are hard and we like to compare each other, situation, scenarios, but girl, go out there and fucking do it. Like, you are you, and that's what makes you unique. That's what I always think. You know, I am not everybody else. I can't pour into somebody else's cup if mine is fucking empty. You know, I pour into my cup first above anything. If you like it, bien, you know, like that's me. This is who I am, and above anything, love yourself. Love yourself. And I get it. It's very, very hard sometimes to love yourself, whether being a guy or a girl, you know, like we all go through it. We're fucking human. That's what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
We all have insecurities. We all have things that we go through. But it's como tú dices, like if you're not putting effort and if you're just want to think that you're the victim and pero es que cada cosa me sale mal. It's like, no, girl, you're not fucking doing anything about it to fucking fix the situation. You know, like how you guys always hear me say, like, oh, I hate to hear this and this, but like me, I'm just
even though that was our lingo and supposedly it was hers, whatever.
But I just overall like love yourself, and I always say, you know, one thing that has personally helped me a lot has been God. Like for real, like
soy
rosa and like everything, and I like to go out and I like to have fun, but also like at the end of the day, like God has helped me out through a lot of things, and a lot of people don't like to hear me talk about it, whatever it is, but for me, that's what has helped me. You know, going out, taking time for yourself. I think that's what it is. Like, take time for yourself. What do you want? What do you really like? Stop living up to fucking people's standards and whatever the fuck they think of you. Like, no, like the fuck, they don't fucking pay your bills. They don't fucking feed you on. They don't fucking put food on the table for you, kind of shit. You know, that's the way I see it. Hate me, talk about me, whatever you want, but I know who I am as a fucking person at the end of the day. And I feel like that's what really matters if you're a girl. You know, do things for you, like que te valga madre lo que la gente dice, like.
I think you truly know yourself. As long as you're confident with yourself,
Yeah.
You're not gonna care about what other people judge 100%. About you.
Like I could be fucking walking into a room full of people that don't fucking like me, and I could be the most fucking confident person ever, and I will tell you that they're gonna feel more uncomfortable than me. Why? Because I'm comfortable in my own skin. I'm confident within myself. I'm a fucking woman. And I like who does not fucking want that? Like who does not want that confidence, whether alone being a man or a woman? And
likewise, because for me, like the same thing happened. Like for me, at first I used to not like, you know, be out and about or whatever, and I used to not like, you know, to.
There's a setback.
I used to be like, you know, super shy, super hidden and everything. And now I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about what people say or whatever. So, por eso digo lo que digo. I say nigga, even though people
what is that?
Whatever. I don't really give a fuck. Like, you know, now I express myself how I want to. Just because I feel the confidence, I guess. For me, like, I know how I am. I don't need other people to judge me. And if they judge me or whatever, I know I'm doing good. I don't care. And like,
I feel like the most important and how amazing that sounds is like, you are who you are and you know who the fuck you are. You know, nadie te puede quitar eso.
Yeah.
Like, and nobody's ever gonna take that from you.
And what you said is, it's good to follow religion. Because like for me, like I said, I grew up as a Christian and everything. I don't like to say myself I'm a full-on Christian just because I know I sin according to like the Bible. But I do know I'm growing good, and I believe like, you know, God's gonna be judging me, like, you know, my day of judgment, you know what I mean? And for me, that's why I like religion a lot, because like, you know, even when I was younger and everything, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
And I try to follow everything, and I try to do good for other people. That's the thing.
Okay, so it was nasty. But no, I agree with what you're saying.
But overall, Vivi, I'm glad we didn't fight today.
I'm glad we didn't fight today.
Yeah, exactly. Right? It was pretty good.
We can have a cordial conversation.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad or anything. You know, there was no beef or anything. You didn't stay quiet like, let's grab everything.
Yo la más enojada del condado en this episode, guys. I promise you guys
Whatever,
I was
man,
not mad. I'm emotional ass bitch, alright? Like, I said it. I am fucking emotional when shit gets to me left or right, but like, I don't sincerely mean that. Like, I sincerely don't mean that, but I think overall.
Ya la regañé.
Ya me regañaron, güey, la neta, qué triste. Ya casi le metí un putazo, but not really.
No puedo.
Yeah, it's because he boxes and I don't. Wear your gloves. You're so stupid.
I swerve left and right.
But I think overall, self care is important and it should be used on a day-to-day basis. And if you're not, girl, boy, what the fuck are you doing? Get your ass up, clear your mind, and do things for you. Porque al final del día, ain't nobody gonna do that shit for you. Not your mom, not your dad, not your best friend, not your homie, not your homegirl. Ain't nobody gonna do shit for yourself but for you. If you don't do
That's
it
a
for
good point.
yourself, it's true.
I like you.
I
That's
like
no,
you
no,
too.
no. That's a good point that you
Just a
put.
little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Más dice porque está
Sprinkle on
pedo.
top.
But anyways, no, that's a good point that you said. Because overall, if you think about it, everyone has their own bullshit, their own fucking problems. What makes you say they're gonna fucking put you on the top?
Above anything.
Yeah, fucking get your fucking mind right. Listen to Andrew Tate if you have to.
Do
As a
not
guy.
listen to Andrew Tate. I'm just kidding, guys. Andrew Tate is actually not that bad. And not because I'm just fucking defending Luis or whatever, but honestly, like, if you guys haven't, hold on. If you guys haven't watched Fresh and Fit podcast, let me tell you guys, let me put you guys on because they honestly do speak some real shit. And you can see both perspectives, whether that being a man or a woman, girl, whatever the fuck, even if you're fucking laughing at me right now. Andrew Tate does have some pretty, like,
I'll put her on.
pretty some smart shit, but sometimes I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you saying? Like, you're canceled.
I
And
think
then I
it's
think of
good.
Lace and I'm like, I just want to punch you.
Pero no lo hace, whatever.
I might after this.
But whatever. No. What I'm saying though, it's fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh no. No one's gonna give a fuck. No one's gonna give a fuck, really. Like I'm telling you, for sure, everyone has their own bullshit and everything. If you're not putting your own, 100% to your own self, no one else is gonna put it there for you. They're gonna might give you like sympathy words and this and that. You gotta actually be the boss ass nigga, bitch, whatever, and fucking do it.
And no, and
I speak facts.
I always say and I say this because I have gone through it, guys. Like I literally have gone through it, and I have hit rock motherfucking bottom. When I tell you guys where I have literally had to pull myself out of the fucking trenches, whatever the fuck it is, by myself. And no estoy diciendo que los amigos no existen or las amigas, everybody's gonna fuck you over at one point, Everybody's not gonna want to see you happy at one point. Everybody's gonna hate you at one point. Whatever the fuck the scenario is.
Not really. I disagree with that.
Hold on though, I'm not done.
Okay, whatever.
Ay, aguántate.
Okay, pues.
I don't termino. But yes, maybe your mom, your dad, whatever, have always been like, los amigos no existen and stuff. But let me tell you, that is not true. Well, yes, it is true, but also not. It's not true because you can also find that really group of friends, how Luis said earlier. Find the people that are up there and that motivate you and that set a higher standard for you. Because there's always going to be a hating ass bitch, there's always going to be a hating ass nigga, there's always going to be somebody that's talking. Whether you're tia or your fucking tios or Ana de Yana Pincha, she's like, ay, que no viste a mi hijo acá, que no viste a mi hijo, like, shut the fuck up, there's always going to be somebody that's going to support you. But remember, always do things for yourself because that person, how we said, they're not going to fucking put their life on hold for you. You're not gonna put your life on hold for somebody else,
And I said this in a previous podcast with Angel.
Wait, I get espantan. Ay, wait. Casper, is that you?
I really do believe don't depend your life or your mindset on anyone. In reality, and I think that's facts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's your partner, your best friend, or whatever. Don't expect don't rely on anyone. Okay.
She's been looking like a whole ass motherfucking snack over here.
Alright.
Beso a ti? ¿Qué es un beso? I'm just kidding.
Stop it.
Just kidding.
Alright. Help.
I made him nervous, guys. ¿Qué es un beso? Te doy un beso.
I'm
just kidding.
I'm never nervous.
Stop. I'm kidding.
Anyways.
Get miedo, guys. Anyways.
Alright, this was taking shots.
Don't depend on anybody. That's it? You're just gonna leave?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's straight up the truth. Don't depend on anyone, regardless of your partner, your dad, your mom, your brother, whatever. Don't depend on anyone else. First, put yourself above and beyond. Improve yourself, and it's gonna make you a harder.
It's gonna humble you a bit.
No, it's gonna make you straight up.
It does humble you
a
bit.
good person.
It does humble you though.
What?
It does humble you, fucking, depending on yourself.
And realistic type of shit. No one's life. You're gonna lose people. overall.
Always.
Even if we don't want to stay or we're gonna lose people,
Mhm.
that's why I like to say don't depend on anyone. Make shit happen. Alright, guys. This was Taking Shots podcast. I think we did good.
Please
Yeah,
comment.
I'm glad we didn't fight or anything like
subscribe.
that.
We're gonna fight after this. Don't let that fool you. Don't let that fool you. I'm a fucking tap. If you guys see him next Saturday with the fucking black guy, it was not me. It was Angel.
Angel got my back.
Angel didn't get deported. That's a good thing, right?
I guess.
Wow. Angel's gonna see this and be like, wow.
I wanted to go to Mexico too.
Was you that long? But
Alright, well, you guys are gonna see Taking Shots podcast in Mexico, Cancun.
Yo ya no regreso.
Me neither.
I guys appreciate support you. Oh shit.
Alright, this is Taking Shots podcast. Until the next one. Peace out. Drop the mic.
I'm fucking dead, dude.
I
What? No.
No.